Hey, this is Bob Hartley, and I love everybody. As I shared on my personal, which I encourage you to listen to, I've been challenged with COVID, bubonic plague, and that led my brain to have dreams that little wiener dogs were taking over the earth, and I went really through a tough, challenging time because I had to get rid of those dogs. So they were my barking dogs down. I got rid of them about my house. So I love you all. We're starting in his heart's desire room. We have done the entryway. Now we're going into the house. So go back and listen, but we're getting better about just refining the process for you with the Yellow House journey. This is really a journey we're all invited into. That we have the God of a hopeful journey. Not just the God that's affectionate, that's bold, that's kind, that's caring, that's compassionate, that's good, that's the God of all life, but the God that owns time and has a hopeful journey for us all the days of our life. And it's part of his nature and will teach us that time's our friend, time's our gift, and there's a redemption of time, and there's all kinds of ways that he can restore our time. And so now he's restoring my times, my seasons, and I want you to know that he said my story would be your story, and so that we can live 1,000 lives through somebody else's life, because we own it, we're all one body, and he has an application that's deep and sincere for you. So I just want to share about the encounter. Because every room there was an encounter with Jesus, or might be with a Bible character or something in history. Because this is really for everybody, where everybody is Christian or not, whatever they call it. It's to get a healed and expanded view of God and of our lives and of us being hope-filled people on the planet, that life's a gift and that it's not misery and we die, but that God really has this hope-filled journey for us, and we're going to be reformers. We're going to change ways towards love in him, and it's going to be easy. So I want to show you how he started to impact me, because I had to see him to be able to take the next steps. He had said, reformer's journey is unlike others. Everybody's unique, but he said, and have unique pains and unique challenges. So he said, I'm so glad you're going to go on this journey with me. And he said, it's an update, it's not a spanking. And I thought it was spanking, I was doing something wrong. But it was play therapy, and it was most wondrous. If I knew it was going to be that great, I would have started on that journey a long time ago. But he had his perfect timing. So I have him invite me into a room, and over the door it says his heart's desire room, and I would dream, but it'd be a lucid dream, and sometimes I'd be awake and just go down right, and I'd feel like there was an angel, and for that, that relates or not, but just a feeling that somebody else was narrating a story to me. And then I would just watch the television. In other words, I'd feel like God turned on a vision and told me about it. Television, that's the name, where it came, and I'm making that up. But this is just real brief, this one I'll identify with you about the encounter, because there's many facets to it. But just for you in this time, is that this was right after a time in my own personal life where I felt that my heart was the darkest, and my heart was the hardest, and I was going through a divorce, and I just felt, what kind of dirt plug am I that I didn't get the sense of my wife's feelings, and I still have a responsibility there, but it's a privilege to learn and grow. But, divorce can make you crazy, and just the pain of separation. And what the Lord really did for me is, in a heart's desire room, I had realized that he was a God with a heart, and all my life I just wanted to care for his heart like I did my natural father. I just wanted to bless his heart. Now my heart was so broken and messed up that I couldn't. Well, I walk into this room, and there's the first corner, and there's just a chair and there's nobody in it. It's a desire room, and the next scene goes to this epic scene where it's David, and David is at Ziklag, and David's heart at Ziklag was totally broken. He was totally backslid. He had turned against his own men. He's drinking, he's converting. You know, he's at the worst possible place, and God tells him to go up on the mountain, and it says God strengthened David's heart. One sentence. And everybody said, David's back. Everything was back, and David took his prominent place as a king. 18 months, he goes from this backslidden, hard-hearted, killing other men's wives for his own benefit to this one that God says, 1 Samuel 16:49. You look on the appearance, but I even see the appearance of the heart, I see deeper things. So I'm watching as David is at Ziklag. He's on the mountain. I'm getting to see him when he was on the mountain. He's on the mountain and he's looking and he's seeing this scene in heaven where all heaven and all the angels, everybody is looking to this one box. And the Lord is for all the ages desirous of this one box. And he's passionate, and everybody's saying his heart's going to be fulfilled. And he comes in and there's this singing and beautiful and the tears of the Lord. They open the box and it's David's heart in the box. And it's all bruised and bloodied and all broken and hard. And David looks at it and just, I'm next to him and he's just, and he can't hardly stand that love because he knows his heart is worth nothing he feels like. And the Lord says to him what he said to me, you see it dark, but I see it lovely. And I'm the one who defines the value. So he then turns and speaks to me. After more epic moments in that scene, after God had showed the whole earth that all he wanted was this one little heart, David. But then it's my heart. And he said, this is my heart's desire. You sit in that chair. You are my heart's desire. And I was stunned because I'm thinking, what? I should be doing something for you. I'm a mess. And I feel like Mephibosheth in 2 Samuel 7, 8, 9, where he was this broken man and had turned against God and everybody. And God brought him in and set him at his table and says he loves him. His heart's desire corner is us, and he takes our hearts and what other people would see our worst state and all that. And I said, people don't love me now that used to love me. And I said, but they did their best they could. And he said, Justin, in closing, he said, they did. They loved you the best they could. He said, but I can love you perfectly. And he did, and he does. So nothing we can ever do can separate us from the love of God. Please go on this journey. There's much more for your heart to hear. Bless you.